afternoon there in Canada, and good day, good morning, good evening. My colleagues are listening to this conference talk. You can see that this is the view of my college, and I'm just trying to introduce by showing you how artificial intelligence system can be used for teaching and learning in civil engineering. My name is Dr. Engineer Lokman Toriola Koka. I have been lecturing at Jaba College of Technology for the past 23 years, and I've been doing teaching and research experiences. My qualificational background is as shown, ranging coming from the OND to HND, doing postgraduate diploma in civil engineering, having master in civil engineering, and having my PhD in construction and project management at the University of Salford, Manchester. I have over 19 publications in journals and conferences of international standard. Have done one journal in Apply Artificial Intelligence for Predicting Construction Project Delay. And I have another one which is shown on the screen, the marginalization of end-user stakeholder private partnership in road projects. I have won over £50,000 research grants working with various international academic partners like University of Hertfordshire. Well, with this one, I need to now go into the business. What I have, the brief one that I've talked about is about my background, just for everybody to know where I've been coming from and where I'm now heading to. And the aims and objective of this study is to introduce artificial intelligence as an auspicious administrative and learning tool that can enhance current learning effort in the civil engineering courses. You know, civil engineering has been is one of the aspects of engineering that has a backdrop in artificial intelligence. But with what I have done, I think we can do a lot of things by introducing the AI in achieving the impossibilities, and which will now drive us to the objective by focusing on the contribution in the direction of AI in civil engineering learning in all tertiary institutions. Might be in Nigeria or all over the world, but the peculiarities that I'm really talking about is about Nigeria. And this will provide theoretical foundation or may play an important role in the development of artificial intelligence in civil engineering courses, and will present the echelons of current research of artificial intelligence in civil engineering and facilitate the sustainable research efforts. As at the time of venturing into this research work, there was no customized e-learning system for teaching and learning, technical and vocational education and training in Nigeria. We call learning instruments that has been developed by the educational sector in Nigeria, we call it TVET, which is the technical and vocational education and training. Majority of institutions that engage their students virtually use social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, Zoom, Telegram, and so on. We conducted a survey using questionnaire for assessment of the adopted improvised e-learning system during COVID-19 among the students and the teachers in 2 polytechnic sectors. And those polytechnic are my own college, which is Yaba College of Technology, and Lagos State Polytechnic in Ikorodu in Lagos as well. Out of the 215 questionnaires that were distributed to each category, that is to the students and to the teachers, the only 119 were returned among the students, and 201 were returned among the lecturers. Forget not that the ability of digital computer or computer control robot or platform task commonly associated with intelligent beings. The term is frequently applied to the project of developing system endowed with the intellectual processes. This one has really made us to find out that we have been using a system before, which I can call it a traditional way of teaching. But COVID-19 has really brought a lot of things out in some of us, that we can reach out to the students without even seeing them physically. And we tried everything possible during that period, and we were able to achieve some things. And the characteristic of human, such as the ability to reason, discover meaning and generalize, or learn from the past experience, is really what we were able to achieve during this exercise. And the responses from students, you can see the table. The questions that I asked them, that did your school engage students virtually during COVID-19 lockdown? And you can see their responses. The question goes thus, that did your school has its own e-learning platform? You can always also see the responses. If you look at B, you will see that they have not been engaged on e-learning platform. The no answer is 188. That is on students' table. And you can see there is no yes at all, which shows that e-learning is key, is very important for tertiary institution in Nigeria. Face-to-face has been a common norm for teaching and learning in Nigeria. But e-learning is so, this is what that is thriving in the whole world. And I think Nigeria is lacking behind. That was what really made us to get ourselves involved in this particular research. And I'll go further, that if yes to question number 1, if you say yes to question number 1, which is A, did the platform facilitate the availability of course material? You can see their responses as well. And it goes on like that. we are until it now gets to the overall rating assessment of e-learning platform adopted by each institution, whether it is satisfactory with curriculum requirements of your courses. And you can see the answer is no. This one shows that the student responses is telling us that e-learning is very, very vital, and it has not been proven right in the Nigeria educational system. For we to now take samples from two schools, these two schools are Hypertext is the oldest school in Nigeria, oldest tertiary institution in Nigeria. And if you can take a survey from there, then with a sister polytechnic that is very, very, very important in the educational sector. And comparing the answers, we can see that responses from students can be used to justify that e-learning procedure or platform or usage is very important. Then this is the chart for the responses. You can see the yes for those questions that's been asked, and you can see the percentage, and you can see the no of the student responses. And for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, you see the variance in responses from the students. And with that, we now move on to the responses from the teachers, the lecturers. And these two are compared, and it was given out without the knowledge of each other, you know. What I mean by that is the student responded without knowing fully well that the lecturers are responding to the same question. And with that, we were able to get the responses from the lecturer with the same question that is being asked from the students, for the lecturers to answer the same thing, so that we will be able to justify whether e-learning platform is quite important, because this is what is thriving around the globe. This is what most of the tertiary institutions abroad, this is what they are using. And you can even finish your degree without even attending a class face-to-face, physically, and you are going to achieve success. Probably for you to go to the school might not even be more than once or twice, probably when they are doing orientation, or probably when they are having family reunion or whatever, or when they are doing, when you are graduating. And this is what has been giving Nigerian educational problem, Nigerian educational system challenges. And that is why we are putting up this research. And because COVID-19 has really taught us a very big lesson. And it has shown us an advanced way of teaching, which we are thinking after this conference, probably we are going to discuss with the educational sector in Nigeria, if they can adopt this system, if we put it in practice. And the responses chart from the lecturer is as shown below, which you can see that the all 201 is on yes for the lecturer. and you can see the percentage that is 100%. And for the B as well, is 100%. You cannot expect a lecturer and the student responses to be the same, because it's the lecturers that are teaching the student. They found it so difficult during the COVID, but they were able to survive with the use of their phones and their laptops, but not as in the way it's supposed to be done, because some of us that have been outside the world, that we've been seeing how it's the situation is, we're able to gather our colleagues together, and we've been able to let them see how they can use those platforms to teach the students. But because of the shortfall of what the students are going through with the electricity problem, or with the data problem, because for you to be online, you need to get some data, that data as in internet facilities. And it's not all the students that can get this, and it's not all the students that have smartphone to attend those lectures. And it's not all students that have laptops to attend those. So those ones are challenges and barriers that we encountered. And the finding from this analysis of the data collected shows that the majority of the sample population were not comfortable with e-learning platform adopted during COVID-19 pandemic. In polytechnic sector, 100% of the sampled population were of opinion that there is need for e-platform, e-learning platform. But as mentioned in the well-written and formatted introduction and literature review selection of this research work, the main objective of artificial intelligence is to encapsulate human intelligence in machine, and it is applicable in all areas of human endeavor where intelligence is needed, including civil engineering professions. The graphical user interface, which is shown, is proposed system that we have three categories of users: the administrator, the students, the instructors. The instructors are the lecturers and the technologists, and it will provide access to the students and other users through a secure graphical user interface. The proposed tools for design are Extensible Markup Language, XML, the Hypertext Pre-processor, PHP, APACHE, Unified Modeling Language, UML, and the MYSQL, that is the area of the application of each tool in the design of the proposed tools, which are extensible markup languages, which will be used to develop the graphical user interface, and the hypertext processor, which can be used for web user interface. And the Apache will be used for middleware, and the MYSQL to be used for database design. UML will be used to visualize the design of the system. This is our proposal, and this is what we have learned during this research, and this is what we think that can be applicable if e-learning is to thrive in our educational sector. And like I've said earlier, the users and their roles have these basic activities, which will be centered on course registration, audiovisual learning platform, and tutorial, that is the attendance and grading. You see, we have been going through a lot when it comes to course registration and tutorials and grading. But with what we have done with this research, we can as well move further that a manual way of doing things can be aided by using machine learning through artificial intelligence, where the administrator shall perform the following roles: manage other users, that is the student and the instructor, and back up the database and maintain the database. The instructor, which are the lecturers and the technologists, will manage student accounts, that is about the payments, set up virtual classes, upload curriculum, deploy learning materials, upload student attendance, anchor virtual classes, and attend student complaint as regards the questions and the grading of students. But as for the students now, we'll be able to view their timetable. They will be able to download their courseware. They will be able to download their results. They will join virtual classes. They will make complaints. They will attend exam and tests. They will view account status, and they play back the previous lectures. If we get enough fund to do this, a lot of problems that most of the tertiary institutions are going through in Nigeria will be abolished. And the access to the system will be through internet-enabled mobile phones, desktop computer systems, laptops, and other Android devices. For security of the system and database, all users will have to log in before accessing the system. And this is the architecture of the proposed system, where the user's devices, that is the internet-enabled mobile phones, that we get to the server. This server, which is going to comprise, this one will be in the cloud, and which will be based on the artificial intelligence learning management system. And this is where everyone that the one that I've discussed before will now be able to get whatever they want to use. This system is a database-driven system. So the user devices that you can use to access the system, such as internet-enabled mobile phone, laptop, desktop, and other, will be able to handle the device system. And all the information are stored in the cloud. So as soon as they log in, they will be able to get whatever, anything, depending on their categories. And if they can do that, I think our educational system will be improved, and the Nigerian educational system will thrive. And most of the students and the lecturers will not have problems as we used to have. But we still have a long way to go, but we are coming up with a lot of researches. And with this one being a first step in the right direction, if it can be funded properly, we should be able to do something that will uplift the educational system in terms of e-learning. And the conclusion is that this paper recapitulates and presents the relevance of artificial intelligence as an administrative and learning tools in civil engineering education. This research work presents a conceptual framework for effective online learning environment using knowledge-based and supervised machine learning approach. The implementation and adoption of the proposed system will allow users access lessons, presenting lectures, grading student exam and tests, And it will also prevent niches where training is carried out completely through physical face-to-face method. Hence, improve teaching and learning systems and educational administration in civil engineering profession. It can be concluded from the study that artificial intelligence has a great potential to revolutionize the delivery experience in civil engineering programs at higher institutions. The future study should look into implementing the provided framework, and we are looking for recommendations and suggestions for which to address this particular topic and be able to accommodate and improve on what we have done so that it can benefit the whole populace of Nigerian tertiary educational sector. Thank you. And question and answer, please.